Hey guys, thanks for going on this nerd journey with me. If you want your episodes ad-free, go to makemeanerd.com/join and hit that button.
Hooked on you, baby, you're golden. Time moves, I never noticed. Just can't get enough. Got me wonderstruck.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Make Me a Nerd. I'm Mandy Kaplan, a mainstream mom whose mission it is to explore all things nerd culture that I've been afraid of my whole life. And this guest, I'm going to get right to her because I've known her almost my whole life. But the way we met couldn't have been nerdier.
Oh, yeah.
Oops. I have not introduced you yet.
Sorry.
Pete, I'm going to need you to edit Tara out entirely. No, this is Tara Sands. She is one of my bestest buddies in the whole world. We met because we are both voiceover artists. And although she is steeped in nerd culture because she does anime and goes to cons and really is a part of that world, she herself doesn't consider herself that nerdy. Tara Sands, welcome to Make Me a Nerd.
Thank you. I think we should go over the history a little bit, how you asked me to do this show and how we just couldn't figure out how to make it work with our similar interests.
We sure can, Buttercup, but I want to tell everybody how we met first.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot about that.
We fought crime before bedtime as the live-action Powerpuff Girls. Pete, I'm going to send you the picture, and we're going to put that up. I have that. Yeah. So
I'm like this in the picture. Yeah.
Right. We are dressed head to toe as Powerpuff Girls. We ran around New York City being filmed, fake fighting crime. It was a blast, and the friendship was born and has only blossomed since then. See what I do?
Oh, look at you with the, okay. So, okay, Buttercup. Well,
I'm
Bubbles.
Bubbles.
We like kind of knew each other. Oh, I was Blossom. Okay.
I don't remember what you were.
We kind of did know each other, but that solidified our friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, cut to 30 years later, I say, you want to do my podcast? And you say,
I don't have anything nerdy to teach you because we like the same stuff.
We are nerds about the same thing.
Or I started listing things and you're like, no, I like that already. Like I'm wearing our Shady Pine shirt because we're nerds about Golden Girls.
Correct. And things like word games and musicals. And yeah, we share a lot of the same interests, which as I'm listing these off, side note, how could I say, oh, I've been afraid of being a nerd my whole life. Listen to how nerdy those things are.
Right. Which is, okay, which gets me to what I really wanted to talk about because I had not like a big epiphany, but like I kept thinking about what the word nerd means and how it's such a different thing now because all these things that we considered, quote, and again, all with love for nerd culture and geek culture and all these things, the things that were stereotypically considered this when we grew up are mainstream now. And I realized being nerdy is not about what you're into, it's how hard you're into it.
Mm-hmm.
So like we're musical nerds, like being into football is not at its core nerdy, but if you're making spreadsheets and graphs all night,
hear
and
that,
memorizing,
Jeremy?
yeah, exactly, your husband, dork, you could be nerdy about anything, which is why I like that your podcast is taking these twists and turns into things that are not necessarily
Thank you.
Yeah.
That is something I came to a couple weeks ago about the deep dive. I don't do it. I watch something, I love it, and I'm done. And nerd culture is all about following up and finding more things and branching out into spin-offs. And and that's not me.
Interesting.
I'm too lazy.
So when we were at trivia night,
nerdy.
I said to you, which is already nerdy, I was like, what if you teach me some of the nerdy things that you've learned?
Mayhaps one could say, what if I'm the Obi-Wan to your Luke Skywalker?
And I understand those references.
See, we're nerds.
No, I don't know. I wish that it had I don't know if it has a positive or negative connotation anymore.
Oh, it is definitely positive. Think of all the proud nerds around you.
Yes, in that way. But Yeah, I guess. But again, like Star Wars to me is not really nerdy anymore. That's mainstream.
But it depends
Like
on how much you love it and
right.
how much you quote it and how much you dress up like it. And that's what makes you a nerd. But you're right. You can go see all the Star Wars movies and like them. That's
Right.
not nerdy.
Like when I watched The Mandalorian, which I loved, it was only because someone sitting next to me could kind of explain like I like knowing the Easter eggs and I feel left out when I don't. But I
Yep.
still haven't done the deep dive. So like I get upset if someone's not watching with me that can be like, "Oh, that's because in Empire he said this."
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's why I'm doing the show because I
Yeah.
get to enjoy something and then enjoy it extra when one of my incredibly nerdy guests explains it to me, which is
Yeah.
what I hope to do for you today.
I know.
Spoiler alert, I'm going to fail. Okay.
No.
But one of the you said, well, what have you really liked
Yeah.
that you've covered that we could revisit? And I chose Black Mirror because it's varied. It is not certainly just one thing, even though it falls under like a sci-fi genre. It's all over the place in
Right.
tone and style and story. And so I chose to revisit the two of my favorite episodes that I did on my last show and add a third one in there, mostly because it's a two-parter and I wanted to see the
Yeah.
second part.
Yeah.
Okay, so we started with Nosedive, and I should have written down which season episodes.
Oh, I got. I want to say full disclosure too. When you told me Black Mirror, I was like, "Oh, I've been wanting to watch that," and then I forgot that I had started it and didn't finish it.
Oh,
So I was like, "What?" And I was trying to remember why. And the word, like, I think people were telling me it was sci-fi, and that's
right,
intimidating to me.
right.
It's not that I don't like it; I find it intimidating.
Uh, I think I have come to that conclusion now, but I think years ago I would have said, "Oh, I don't like that stuff." But now
Right.
that I've embraced so much of it, I realize, well, but that one I'm really not smart enough for. Or
That's
that
how
one is,
it makes me feel dumb.
yeah. Well, let's agree that we're not dumb. We're
No,
both
like you
intelligent
are
women.
so not. Yeah, like you are one of the smartest people I know named Mandy, and I no, I'm just kidding. You are one
Wow.
of the smartest people I know. Like
Wait,
and
I'm
if
sorry. Your microphone cut out. Can you repeat that?
yeah, you're one of the smartest and prettiest and nicest people I've ever known for many, many years. So I have a good track record of, knowing you.
Yes. Pete,
That
let's
can
use
be
that as
the
a drop in
teaser.
future episodes.
Yes, that's a
Yeah.
good. Mandy is perfect, I think is the quote. Um, but when you like, if you recommend something to me, I I watch it, or like if
Mhm.
you have an intellectual take on something. But there's lots of stuff we do disagree on, which is kind of funny to me. Like our
Oh, yeah.
senses of humor, I think, are different.
I agree.
Yeah, which is so weird.
Eh,
Whatever. This is a different
yes.
podcast.
Different
We should talk
podcast.
about. Oh, so being I was intimidated by Black Mirror. I also didn't want to watch it alone because I knew it was a show I wanted to talk about afterwards.
And
So
here
that's
you
why
are.
this is perfect.
Yay.
But I had kind of put off watching this show for maybe the wrong reasons.
Oh, okay. Well, here we are
I
to
know.
rectify all of this. We did Nosedive season 3, episode 1. My research department got right on that.
Yeah.
This is the one with Bryce Dallas Howard living in a world where you are rated on your phone at all times and you have to achieve a certain star status to live a better life. It
Too
starts
real.
off with the lovely Bryce Dallas Howard jogging and checking her score and rating others. So her phone is right up in her face as she's jogging. And I wrote, I would have tripped, and I have done that, and fallen if I were jogging with my nose in the phone. Think that's why it's called Nosedive?
What? You
Drop
just won.
the mic.
You just won the podcast.
Our mics are way too expensive to actually drop the mic.
Don't drop
but
that mic. Yeah.
Don't drop it. But I was quite proud of that. 'Cause
Yeah.
her
I
nose
did
is
not.
always in
I
the
didn't
phone.
think of that. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So this world, what did you think initially, how colorful and stylized this world is that she's living in?
I mean, I loved the set design and all of that, but I literally this show every time I like now that I'm remembering, I just wrote in all capital letters "too real." Like it all, and I love cringe comedy, but I think cringe reality is a little hard for me. You know what I
That's
mean? Like,
so funny because I said the opposite on my episode about the rehearsal. That
oh, which
I
I
can do something
love.
that's dramatically cringe. I can watch that. When it's cringe comedy, it makes me really uncomfortable.
Well, like,
Or
well,
Nathan Fielder does, but
what about like Curb?
yeah, I'm not a curb
You
person.
can't do it. See, I can do it. Okay.
Yeah, but I I think that's why I love this episode so much because it's not really dystopian or futuristic or all that far off from our day to day.
Yeah, see, it just makes me so I was like, "This could be tomorrow," and it
Yeah.
made me so uncomfortable. Yeah, but I in a good way that I was like, things should make you feel things, and I was glad to feel something,
Yes.
even if it was severe discomfort. But yes, it looked beautiful. All I mean, listen, Cherry Jones, like, this cast was I didn't mean to jump ahead, but it was
Jump away.
beautiful looking. The ca I feel like with Black Mirror, I do sort of wish it was actors I didn't know because I
Mm,
do get taken I do like, suddenly I'll start like, pause it and IMDb someone.
mhm.
When I kind of wish because it's so real, I think it would even have a more profound effect if I didn't know who they were.
I can see that. I also have nerd advice.
Yeah.
Don't IMDb while you're watching something serial because you will see only appeared in 4 episodes of this, and then you're
I
like,
know.
"Oh,
I've
great. They're
I've
gonna
made
get
that I've
killed
made
off."
that mistake.
Yeah.
This one I did
I've
because I
learned the
knew.
hard way.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I'm like, "Oh, look who's gonna die."
Anthology, I'll allow it,
Yeah.
but it's don't do it
Well,
in
thank
serial
you.
stuff.
All right. Let's
I
get
think
scolded.
the whole concept of rating people as you go, I mean, we're not far off. We have Yelp, we have likes and hearts and all of that stuff. But the extreme world that they portray, I wondered, do you think it would make for a nicer society?
No. Um, I think it would make for a more anxious society. Why you think nicer because people would be trying hard to get a good score?
Yeah. Just everybody would always be like, "You look beautiful. How are you today? How's your husband doing?" Like everyone would be who she is trying to be in the elevator when she runs into that coworker.
Right. I think at first. But like,
Yeah,
I don't know, there are people who work for tips and they're not always that nice. So,
that is
uh
true.
what do you think? You think that would happen? We'd suddenly be decent humans?
Not decent. Decent is a little
Good.
different. Like nice, just,
Fake nice even, yeah.
maybe fake nice, which, I don't know if that's good or bad. I do think that the arc of this episode is how it would go. We would all start off being hyper nice and kind and complimentary, and then the bubble would burst
Right.
and it would implode.
I mean, you watch especially younger people. Like, you could see older people like, "I don't care what you think
Mhm,
about," like, whatever. Young people, can you imagine, like, how I mean, it's already happening with, like, likes
mhm.
on Instagram. It would be the most detrimental, scary thing. You just reminded me, though, that I do watch Handmaid's Tale, which is basically like real life cringe, and
Mhm,
somehow I do watch that.
mhm.
I don't know.
And
So,
that I
sorry, side note.
yeah, that I'm scared to watch. I love the book, but now that we're living it, I can't.
Yeah.
Um,
Sorry. Okay.
no, that's quite all right. Do you feel the way she feels when you post on social media? Do you check back and go, "Hey, only 11 people liked that. That was a funny post."
Yes. I'll explain sort of what so because I work in a lot of dubbing work and anime work, and when I post something like and it's work related, I don't get attached to it. If like I have an appearance or a new show, like I don't get as attached to that. But when I post something that's like meaningful to me,
Mhm.
then I sort of am checking it more.
Right.
Right. Like I can detach like work stuff for the most
Mhm.
part. But I still do feel kind of crappy if I don't. You're not really addicted to social media at all.
I'm not.
I definitely am. So
Uh-huh.
it felt too real. Yeah.
Right. Now when Nay contacts her and says like, "Oh, I'm engaged," and she's screaming and happy, she pretends not to know Naomi's fiance's name,
Right.
even though she's been cyber stalking her. Have you ever done that?
No.
Again, we differ.
I've like looked up more information about people, but I don't know
But
that
if
I've lied about it.
Oh, I
You're
totally have. Oh, if I'm meeting somebody, let's say you're like, "Oh, Mandy, this is my friend Susan." And I know Susan is like a big voiceover person and I'm following her on social media. I'm not going to say, "Oh, I saw you
right,
posted
right.
this thing," or if she's like, "Oh, and this is my husband." I'm going to be like, "I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?" I have done that because I don't want
Want them to know.
you to know that I'm cyberstalking Susan and that Susan knows how much I follow her.
Right. I've intentionally not followed certain people. Like, let's say, like someone's like, "Oh, we're gonna hang out with my friend. You haven't met her yet." I've intentionally not done that because I don't want to mix up what I know in real life and from online. Because I know my brain is gonna be like, I don't want to be the one who says, "Oh my God, of course your husband's Stu," because
Right.
so I will intentionally not cyber stalk because of that. Because
And
I
you don't
know,
trust yourself to separate in the
yeah.
moment. Yeah.
hmm
I just prefer lying and pretending to be
Yeah, well,
dumb.
remember earlier when I said you were perfect? One more example of that. Liar. Add liar to
Ex
the list.
exactly. Oh, yeah, I love the little moments like that that feel like, "Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have felt that. I have done that. Oh, yeah. That's real." I thought that was all
Yeah.
very well done because I
hmm
think because the world was so different looking and feeling, it wasn't too cringy for me.
Oh, you think, okay. See, I didn't feel like it was utopian and pretty, but it still felt real. Yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
she she lives with her brother, who seems to be just like a video game playing. She calls him a 3-point fucker, right? What
Okay.
what
I
is
don't know what
his
that
life
means.
like? He only has 3 points, 3 stars.
Oh, a 3-point. Right. I forgot already the terminology. I watched this too early, by the way. Let's just talk about that. We're always early. I watched this so long ago now that I'm forgetting things because I took the assignment. And then I had to stop myself from watching more episodes because I was like, no, Tara, you have to only watch these 3 before you talk to Mandy.
Oh, well, you could have watched more. I
No,
don't
no,
have rules like that, but
no, but I would have confused them, I think.
oh, I don't know, but I have definitely found if I'm like, "Great, I wanna see that." I watch it, and then what happens is, as as I discussed on somebody else's podcast, things happen, stuff pops up. So the guest cancels and says, "Can we do it in a couple weeks?" And I say, "Of course, no problem, no worries." We reschedule. I don't remember a thing about what
Yeah,
I watched.
that's what
So,
okay. I
yeah.
wish I had watched it yesterday. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, points. 3-point something, fucker,
Well,
loser.
we
What was
never
it?
see him out. I think she calls him a 3-point bucker, and we never see him out in the world. So it's hard to know what his life would be like. I mean, I
Because
guess
it's
the
only an
coffee
hour.
guy or
Yeah.
the smoothie guy, we see that he's not allowed to do things and he's shut out and everybody's gossiping about him and it seems pretty brutal. But not everybody can be a 5-star person.
Right, and it makes you wonder too, like, was this idea ever pitched as a series? Because in 1 hour, we're not gonna find out about her brother's life.
Mhm.
And would you watch this series, and has anything from Black Mirror ever been pitched as more?
I would imagine they all have. I mean, they're so rich. They create such a rich world.
Right, but then why hasn't it happened? Like, I feel like if they wanted it to happen, it could've.
uh, not to spoil, but a USS Callister spin-off series or something.
Right.
There's such a rich world. How can it only be 2 episodes?
Oh, and also, was it made to be 2 episodes, or did they decide that after? Since
That
they're
I didn't find, but it was the first one that they did a follow-up episode. So it's my guess that it was so popular and well-loved and they had more story to tell. That's my guess.
right.
Um, but back to Nosedive.
Yes.
Okay, big pet peeve. I mean, we're bouncing all around, but they are, let's say, at the wedding. And rather than sitting and watching a wedding, they're all on their phones filming the wedding and taking
Ugh.
pictures of the wedding.
Yeah.
And that's ripped right from our lives.
Yeah.
And it drives me insane.
Yeah.
Be present. Take a picture and then put your phone away and
Yeah.
be present and just live your life.
Especially when you're at a place where there are people whose job it is to do that so that you
Right.
don't have to. Yeah.
Right. As the producer of Miscast, Right Singer, Wrong Song, long-running musical cabaret in Los Angeles,
Been there,
I
seen it.
yeah, I do. I have the show filmed, and
Yeah.
I share the films, and when I get up and I'm like, "Hey, everybody, welcome to the show," and I look around, it's a small theater. I see so many phones out
Yeah.
filming, and it just,
Well, it's instant gratification. I mean, we don't wait for anything.
I know.
Also, pet peeve.
Yeah.
How many friends do you have that say, "Oh, I'll send these to you later. I'll get this and I'll send this pic," and you never get it. And I literally send people the picture the minute I take it because I don't want to be that person.
Well, of course you and I both do that.
Yeah, but I'm waiting on like pictures from a Japan trip I took like 5 years ago at this point from someone.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm writing a note on my hand to send the Powerpuff pic to Pete, so I don't forget.
look at that. See, but you wouldn't have forgotten. I mean, we're talking about you. You wouldn't have forgotten. I know
Oh,
you.
You overestimate me. You know the old me. My memory these days is
Okay, but I literally will talk to my therapist about you and be like, why is Mandy the only friend of mine who does this and this and this like I do?
real. I'm
Yes.
making it into your therapy session
Oh,
in a positive way.
Yes, because it's like Mandy would send the picture. Mandy would have been on time or canceled
Oh.
with the proper notice.
I love it. That thrills me.
But I
Wow.
just want everyone to behave.
I know.
Okay, sorry. I mean, this is
Well,
sort
we're
of
both
goes into this.
Virgos. Like you and I are very
Yeah, but I don't
similar
believe in
souls.
that. Do you?
Well, in how you and I show up, if we make a lunch plan,
I know other
and we
Virgos that
say,
don't do that.
we're going to meet at noon. Tara and I are literally sleeping outside the restaurant 3 days before. We're both so early all the time. We're both so communicative, and there's never I forgot to tell you. Like we're just
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just do it. You just do it.
we're good people.
But again, I know plenty of Virgos who don't do that. So I can't. Okay, I digress too far. But the wedding scene.
Well, yeah, I recently, nerd alert, saw Jesus Christ Superstar at the Hollywood Bowl, one of the best things I've ever seen in my whole life. But of the
So
12,000 people in the audience, Casey and I were the only ones without our phones out, just watching and
Yeah.
listening and being present. It drives me insane.
Okay, but I will say I have watched like a ridiculous amount of footage from people's phones from
Yeah.
that night. Like
I know.
so much
I know.
that I know. See, I'm a little bit grateful for it because I can't believe they didn't record that. Like I was like,
Well, they
how?
did. So, I mean, Casey was like, look how many cameras there are. Look how many angles we're getting. They're going to have to release this.
Yeah, but they do that for everything at the bowl.
I know, but maybe now that Hamilton and other
Maybe.
things are being released, maybe they will.
I think
Because it was
right,
one of
but
the
then
best
I go,
things I've
oh,
ever
well,
seen.
there's so much contractually that would have to happen for that to get done. And maybe, but I think that with every show I see at the bowl, because I'm like, oh, they have cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
Why? Maybe, I'm like, no, that's just to put it on the big screen.
I know, but they could.
Yes, but I'm saying I
Hold
wasn't
out
able
hope.
to go.
Yeah.
We weren't all here that weekend. And I couldn't go. So thank God for those terrible people who filmed a lot of it.
It just didn't have to be everybody.
Yes.
I mean, I think that she falls apart. Her world implodes. I could definitely stand a second episode of Nosedive to see how she rebuilds.
Yeah.
But it ends so beautifully and perfectly that I also don't want to touch it. She's in the jail cell across from a guy, and they both finally just release all of their inhibitions that they've been holding because of how society is.
Mhm.
And I said, it's hitting me how much healthier and happier we'd be if we could just be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, they finally get to say, look at your ugly face. And, they're just screaming at each other. And I love that. I love the joy in that scene.
But no, I feel like there's a middle ground. Like we're all just searching for the middle ground between those two things.
Of
you
course.
know? Yeah. Like I don't know. My mind just wandered to like how even different our industry is. Like I and how accurate this is, even if it's not the same setup as the way you're doing this in real life. Like I've literally known people to lose voiceover jobs because their following wasn't big enough. And they're checking for this.
Right.
Or like it's just so it really is the same thing.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
received auditions that are like, don't audition unless you have blank K followers.
it's
Yeah,
unbelievable. Like, and it's not enough to be a nice person or a good person or a talented person or blah, blah, whatever it is. It's this extra layer of approval from people sit, who you don't even know.
right.
And it's so gross. Whereas with hers, it is people, it's like, do you remember when everyone found out that the Uber drivers could rate them back and everyone was checking their Uber ratings?
I don't.
Yeah. So like, I didn't.
I mean, I know that's possible, but it didn't
Oh,
strike
yeah.
me as a cultural shift or anything.
And mine wasn't perfect. And I racked my brain trying to figure out what I could have done to not be a perfect Uber passenger.
Were you wearing your Shady Pines shirt?
Probably.
Every time?
But I was like,
Oh.
was I rude or was I late getting downstairs, which I never
Right.
am? Like, I literally, so like,
Yeah, that would kill me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, so this episode, it does bring us back to middle school and high school and all our insecurities and, the desperation to be accepted and be popular and be loved. And it, it, it does it beautifully in this heightened world with all of these fantastic actors. I just love this episode.
And I love Cherry Jones. Let's just give shout out.
Oh,
Cherry
come
Jones.
on. She was great.
Anytime she shows up.
Yep.
Oof. Yeah.
And somehow born to play a trucker.
Right?
I would not have thought that.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
So good. Yeah, it was good. Again, made me want to watch more. So
Yay!
You made me a nerd, I guess.
Okay. Then we get to USS Callister Part 1.
Yes.
Starring Jesse Plemons, who I just have a thing for. I think he's
the best.
Amazing and can do no wrong. It starts on a spaceship, and he's the commander in charge, the captain, and it looks very much like Star Trek. And I wrote, uh-oh, Tara, how much do you hate me?
Right. And I was thinking, oh, crap. Oh, like, first I went, okay, I know who that's supposed to be. Like, how well do I know Star Trek? Like, I was like, okay, that's supposed to be Spock. That's supposed to be, now I'm forgetting their names. Like, like, I almost went more by the actors. I was like, and again, I'm in this world. Like, I work at comic conventions almost every weekend. So I know I can talk the talk. Like, I was like, oh, that's the Nichelle Norris. I think that's her name. Like, I don't know. But then I was like, oh, crap. Am I going to have to know more to get this?
And the answer was, of course,
no.
No,
Thank
not
God.
at all. Because it's a great fucking TV show.
Yeah.
So they're on the spaceship. And when I pressed play on it the first time, I definitely had the feeling of like, oh, no.
Yeah.
It's like Star Trek. That's not quite my thing. But it immediately cuts out of that world to the world in which Jesse Plemons is Bob Daly, a devious, brilliant game designer who has trapped anyone who has wronged him in the office in this world where they can't escape. He's cloning them and putting them into this game, and they are trapped. It is such a great premise. There was something Toy Story about it, like neighbor
it might become alive. Yeah,
right. The neighbor child who is mean to his toys, and he creates all these mutant toys. It had that feel to me, which is not nerdy. It's very accessible. We all understand that.
Sort of. I mean, it goes in. This is pure lit RPG to me. Is that a term that's come up on your show before? Lit RPG. Do you know what that is?
Role-playing games.
Yeah. So literary role-playing games is a huge genre in books.
You are so hot to me right now.
I know.
Knowing the terms.
Here's my guilt is that I've recorded lit RPG. A decent amount of it. I never truly got it or liked it, let's say, until I saw it come to life in this way. Like, I literally read, so these are books where literally there will be a page of, you have leveled up from level 2 to 6 in strength, in dexterity, level 7 to 10, or like pages of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I never got it because I'm not a gamer, and I wish I was, but I'm not. I'm not good at it. It's not intuitive to me. I like pinball. This made me understand lit RPG in a different way. And I wonder, like, Yeah, I just want like it's also there's a genre of anime that also does this. I think it's not isekai, is it? I don't know. But again, this is like tropes from so many different things that fed into this, and you can like it without understanding that this is lit RPG. You
I
know?
I've never heard that term, so but I loved this episode. It's also tonally very suspenseful, full of action,
Yeah.
full of drama, full of all the things we want from a Star Wars movie or a Star Trek. But it's hilarious. This
Yeah.
episode is hilarious, and they never let the humor go.
Right.
And I appreciated that so deeply. It's also a reunion of two actors from one of my all-time favorite comedies. Are you a fan of Game Night?
I loved it when I saw it, but I'm not remembering details. Like
Okay.
it comes up sometimes. Like I got to rewatch that.
You definitely have to rewatch it. It makes me laugh so hard every time. I've seen it many times. Jesse Plemons is in Game Night,
Right.
and so is Billy Magnuson. And he's
Oh, I
hilarious
love him.
in Game Night, and he's so good. He's almost not featured enough in this episode, and then he gets featured in the Into Infinity. So I was very happy
I
he
love
came
it.
back.
Well,
And
you know what? We saw him together that I loved, Into the Woods.
yeah,
I loved him in that.
yep. No, he's
Yeah.
wonderfully talented.
Ugh.
So Game Night reunion, sign me up. Did you spot Kirsten Dunst as an extra 10
No,
minutes in?
no.
She just walks by in the office,
Oh,
which
that's
is so
funny.
cute. L- this is not an Easter egg, but it's cute that when they're on the ship, the captain asks Nate for a vanilla latte. And it's like a little through line from world to world.
The brushed suede coffee is a thing that runs through.
Oh, okay.
Did you catch
I
that? Brushed suede coffee? It was mentioned, I believe, it was definitely mentioned in this. It might have been in the other episode, and it is something that comes up throughout. I looked it up throughout the series.
Oh,
It's
they
like a
do have
made-up-
several
yeah.
things that they
Yeah.
throw in. Is that a real thing? A brushed suede
No.
coffee?
It's like I
it's
think
such
I
a good
googled it.
descriptor.
I think now I'm misremembering, but I definitely googled it. I don't think it's a real thing, but I think it's a Black Mirror thing. Nerds,
Okay.
correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, no, when I did the episode with Pete and Tommy, they definitely said, well, that's something that comes up several times throughout the whole
Mhm.
series, even though they are not related. They'll be like the same TV channel or, something that
Yeah.
ties together, which I love.
Did you notice that Aaron Paul was listed as Gamer691?
Yes. He's the
But-
voice at the end.
But there is an AI voice that they did not list the voice actor for. So that bummed me out.
Oh,
I was like, oh, you give credit to like this buddy of yours probably who did this thing, but the voiceover person who got to do the AI voice, which was clearly someone they hired,
mm-hmm.
didn't get a credit. And as voice actors, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a bummer.
Yeah. Shame on you.
Yeah.
Charlie Brooker, I think his name is.
Because I really did want to know. I was like, oh, I wonder who did that.
Right. Well, it wasn't you and it wasn't me, so who cares? The humor in this episode, two of my favorite moments. Hold on, I think my pizza's here. Is so cute. Like he's in the world and highlight Jillian from marketing, who he has punished and turned her into a massive,
Oh my God,
bug-like, disgusting creature. And they're like, "Hey, Jillian, how you doing?" It's just, I love that tone.
But then do you also get somebody who like needs to feel in power in this alternate life? Like, do you have any sympathy for him?
For Bob Daly,
Yeah.
I definitely had sympathy for him. And then of course, the second episode really dives into his background. But you feel a kid who was probably bullied and who probably
Right.
didn't have social confidence, and women aren't very nice to him. And his partner, played by Jimmy Simpson, who is
Amazing.
one of my favorites,
Ugh.
Walton, like he's awful to him, dismissive and insulting, and overshadows him aggressively. So I did have sympathy for Bob Daly.
Yeah.
Weirdly. And also,
I know, that's
'cause
what's
it's
good
Jesse
about it.
Plemons.
Because he's good.
But obviously he takes it to such an extreme, it's hard to maintain sympathy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Uh, the special effects and the production value in all episodes of Black Mirror I've seen, the production value is off the charts.
Amazing. I
They
didn't realize how
create
few they
these
did a
worlds.
season. I thought it was like a typical 10 no, they put the money into these episodes, and
Yeah,
it shows.
and these are
Yeah.
better than so many feature films I've seen, and
So good.
just, oh, absolutely gorgeous. And I think I like this episode. I love the plot because it's really a hostage thriller.
Mm,
It's, and who doesn't love that? Like, are they all going to get out? Are they going to escape? How are they going to scheme against the bad guy and get out of this situation?
yeah.
That's what we're dealing with at its heart. And
Right.
then all of the tech of the cloning and the games and their eyes going white, that's all great icing on a
Well,
cake
it's
that I already love.
right, and it's a workplace comedy on top of that.
Yes, I didn't even think of it.
I
It's
wrote
Parks and Rec.
down yeah, I wrote down that I think Black Mirror paved the way for a show like Severance to take off and to get
Agreed.
made. Yeah.
Agreed.
When do we not, though?
Are
We
you a
don't
Severance
disagree
fan?
that much. I am.
I love Severance.
I'm not as hardcore,
Ooh.
as I loved it, though. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It took
love
me a
Severance.
long time to get into it, but that's a lot of
Mhm.
people. And then once I was in, I was in.
Well, I'm very happy to hear that.
Okay.
Friendship can carry on. Again, most of what I want to say is just how good Jesse Plemons is. He's such a good actor.
Okay, say it.
I love how easily duped he is by Nanette in the water. And Krista Milioti, who is fine in this, but now I'm one of her biggest fans from The Penguin.
Yes.
So
Oh, she's phenomenal in that.
she's
See,
so
that's
damn
another
good.
one. Like, were you intimidated? I was intimidated to watch The Penguin, thinking I needed to know the world.
Yes,
And
of
I
course.
loved that show.
It stands on its own.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. And I think I wondered too if that's a reaction. Well, if making things like that is a reaction to I guess it's to make it more mainstream. But you get I don't know.
I think people like you and me and my mom who say, oh, I'm not into nerd culture, like, oh, I don't do superheroes and all that. I think we're the outliers. And
Yes.
the mainstream is fans of Batman and
Oh, yeah.
all stars, both Trek and Wars. We are now, if
The
if you're
minority.
not,
Yeah.
yes, thank
Yeah.
you. That's the word I was not coming up with.
Yeah.
But, and that's wonderful because these are real excellent stories that need to be told. And they're being told by really smart, creative, fun people. So not all of them are going to be my taste, but I am devouring this stuff.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts and Captain America and the Penguin. And I'm a person who a year and a half ago,
Oh, so I
this
haven't seen
journey,
those other ones. Okay.
before this journey, I would have said, I've never seen a Marvel movie. I've never seen a superhero thing. Like, I just didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I was wrong.
How about Miss
Please
Marvel?
forgive
Because
me.
I loved Miss Marvel.
I haven't seen that.
Okay. I think you'll like, so maybe that's what but again, like when you asked me to first do the show, I wanted to be obsessed with something to introduce you to. Like, I liked Miss Marvel. I liked it a lot, but I didn't feel like it was my thing to introduce you to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I was a casual fan, and I feel like for this show, you need to be a super.
No, I want you to be
Yeah.
nerdy about something. And like I am about these episodes of Black Mirror. That's one reason I didn't want to choose random episodes.
Right.
Because I want to share my passion, my nerdy passion with you about these.
So let me interview you then. So of these things that you've been introduced to, did you watch every episode of Black Mirror after this? Like, what
No.
have you... Okay, so what have you devoured after someone introduced you to it?
Well, something like Severance. I agreed to watch the first 3 episodes. Generally, 3 episodes is what I do.
Yeah.
I texted my guest, and it was, 5 days, 6 days before we were going to record. And I said, heads up, I'm halfway through I'm all the way through season 1, halfway through season 2. I'm doing them all.
Okay.
And he was so excited because he had seen it all and we could talk about it all. The Penguin, same thing. I was not going to stop. No, there was no way I was going to stop.
So good. Okay. Sorry. I didn't mean to interview you. I just was curious. Okay.
Well, P.S. You are the host of a podcast, and it's probably in your blood to
Ask
interview
questions.
others. Yes.
That's fair.
Uh,
We should plug it now that you said it.
please
It's
do.
called, no, I'm just kidding. It's called 4 Kids Flashback with the number 4. It is the height of deep dive nerdyism, by the way.
Nerdyism.
Is that a word?
Okay.
Where we do a deep dive into this company that brought shows like Pokémon and Yu-Gi-Oh! To the US. And it's the deep dive that makes it ridiculous. Yeah.
And that
And
show
fun.
goes really deep. I like that it's not just voice actors.
Oh, no.
It's people who worked there, people who, executives or creatives, or it's all about how that phenomenon came to America and permeated.
I wanted to understand it. Yeah, because I worked on Pokemon. I don't know if I said that, but I didn't know how it got there. You know what I mean? I would get asked specifics, and I think that's how all this starts. This deep divey stuff starts, and then I started looking into it, and I was like, wait, there's more people that want to know about this than yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to plug my shit.
You're
but there we go.
apologizing again. Yeah.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. I want to get back to Jesse Plemons. He's so fucking good. And when he's trying to exit the game and he's like, exit fucking game, he sounds 7 years old. Here's this grown ass man who we know now to be so multifaceted and evil. And that's how he talks to his little the thing that looks like that football game we all had in the 80s. You remember that little football game? That's what his controller looks like. And as I say this, I wonder if that's intentional, because as a young guy developing this game, that's what he would have seen as like, it'll be a high-tech console and it'll look like that.
I'm sure that's intentional. Yeah. There's no accidents in the set design of these shows.
No. He lives in this high-end apartment where the doors are screens, full screens that say like, please don't disturb, or apartment 402. And I thought, wow, that's really cool and high tech. And I'm sure a lot of fancy hotels have stuff like that. But I get hung up on, like, what are we doing with our greatest minds? We're creating electronic doors? Cure cancer, motherfuckers. What are you doing?
Yeah. Is it the same mind that would do both of those things, I guess, is how I have to reconcile that, because you're right.
That's what people tell me.
It's a slippery slope, man.
Look, I say in 8th grade, if you start to show aptitude for science and ingenuity and all of those things, let's force all those people to go into medicine and science that can help people.
Well, those are the people who should be making the most money and should be encouraged to do that. But that's not the way our world works. I mean, we don't pay people who teach our children a fair wage. So why would anything make sense?
Make Me a Nerd gets political.
Well, it's not political. I mean, it's just, that's not even political. I think anybody would say teachers are not paid enough. I would guess. I feel like that's a pretty safe statement. Like, if you met someone, you're like, do you think teachers should be paid more? And they said no. Like, can you imagine?
Well, and if anyone listening is thinking, oh, liberal bullshit,
I don't think that's liberal.
I do. And if you are listening and you disagree with that statement, please stop listening to my podcast.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, again, I am a liberal, but I think teachers being paid more but again, there's a lot of things I thought were universally thought. Okay, let's move on.
Rabbit hole. I love that a lot of Black Mirror is female protagonists, and that the character of Nanette Cole is whip smart, so creative, brave. She's a badass. And I like that it's a woman who gets them out.
This is the worst. I forgot which one is Nanette. I don't know names of people when I'm watching
Kristen Milioti.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah. Her name was Nanette. I've already forgotten that.
Nanette.
She doesn't look like a Nanette.
Oh, I think she does. We disagree.
Okay.
I very much think she does.
Okay.
I just like that it's a woman.
Yes.
I don't like that then she's like, I'll go swimming in the lake and be seductive and flirty to distract him. I
Right.
wish that weren't an aspect of this, but
Fair.
it is, because that's part of Bob Daly's insecurities, is that he,
Yeah.
girls don't pay attention to him. And
This is his story, really.
yes.
Yeah.
And I like when he kisses both women and they just line up and they bend over for the kiss. And it's like, they know that's what the captain does. Um,
Oh, it's so icky.
I know. I'm amazed they created these fully realized worlds with sky-high stakes and emotional impact in less than an hour, and these worlds stick with me. That's how I
That's
would
a
sum
good
up.
sentence.
Thank you.
I didn't
I
write
think I spelled
anything
everything
that
right.
good. My notes are not as good as yours. I'll be honest. They're not. They're just not this comprehensive as yours are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry,
That's my
mommy.
job. But that's what I love about Black Mirror, is
Yeah.
the world they're creating. They do it so well. You don't feel cheated or like, what did I just watch? I couldn't
Right.
even follow that. Or you feel like you've been picked up, taken on a wonderful journey. And like Taylor Swift says, down bad.
Well, to create again, I thought they were making 10 something like they put the care and time and money into each episode. It's really impressive. And now I
Yes.
kind of I got the hype before because I knew it was quality. I didn't know how universal it was. I didn't know that I could like it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Yeah.
I don't know what the original pitch was, but it's like, this is a show made about everything for everyone, because it can go in
Right.
any direction.
And I would love to know, now my rabbit hole would be like, oh, how did they get this made?
Mhm.
What was that pitch? Because that's an insane budget and again, even
There's a technology aspect. I know it has to do with how technology can
yes,
mess
there's
up
a
our
through
lives.
line of that.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
So now we watched USS Callister Into Infinity, which is the only sequel. I wrote those lucky sons of bitch actors. Am I
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They get the
Can't
call.
believe
You
they
get to
got
come
them all
back.
But those are working people. Like, I'm impressed that they got those people back.
Well, they only had to pay
Schedule-wise.
Jesse Plemons half because he lost half his body weight. Pete, will you put up a picture I'm going to send you? Jesse
I
Plemons
didn't even
had
notice
lost.
that.
Are you joking?
I think because I've seen him in stuff over the years. Like, I just accept all versions of Jesse Plemons as Jesse Plemons.
I thought they CGI'd him.
Oh, really?
Because I thought, oh, he's supposed to be a young kid in his, early 20s in his garage. So they made him look all skinny. That's so cool. And I Googled it, and he had lost 50 pounds just by taking better care of himself.
Go Jesse.
Oh, I think the change is stunning
Yeah,
in
I
his
guess
facial structure.
or I thought it was CG. I'm trying to remember what I thought. And now, okay, whatever. I just feel like I've seen Jesse Plemons in all different things at this point. Again, why I maybe would have liked a non-known person.
Right. Except nobody's better than him. So
He's so
screw
good.
you.
I know, he's so good. Ugh.
And
What
I like,
else do you do?
because it's on streaming, some episodes are 42 minutes, some are an hour and 40
Doesn't
minutes. Like, there's
matter.
no rules.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want, which I love, because then the story gets told in the way it's supposed to be told.
Yes. With no commercial breaks.
And then I did write quickly into this episode, oh shit, this might be a nerd bridge too far for us.
It wasn't.
Did you feel that? It wasn't.
No, it wasn't. Because I was already attached to the characters.
Okay. I thought it got wrapped up in itself a bit in this one.
Oh, okay.
A bit too much pew-pews, and just it felt a little less human with high stakes and a little more showing off all the tech and the action.
Okay, well, this reminds me now. See, I tune out during action.
Yeah.
Do you
Good
also?
to know.
Do you
Oh,
or no?
for sure.
You
For
do?
sure.
Okay.
I'm not an action person.
Me either. So I just tune it out, which is bad. I just try to catch who won.
Mm-hmm.
And so it almost got too action-y for me, but
Right.
not too I don't know. I guess to me it wasn't the sci-fi, it was the action of it that made it too far. Like, I didn't
Well, they also left the humor behind for the first half hour
yeah,
of this
that's
one.
fair. Yeah.
It came back. It came back at 19 minutes when Billy Magnuson says, well, can I sit in the chair? Because he wants to play captain. I mean,
so cute.
he's so cute. So it it brought itself back tonally to what I had loved so deeply about the first one.
Yeah.
But it also was so dark. And uh, one question I had was, and I know you might not know the answer, how are they playing the game? They don't have controllers.
I don't
It's
understand
just
that either.
mind control.
That's a great question.
If anybody out there knows the answer to that, will you please reach out to me
I
at
mean, that's all.
Mandy_Kaplan_Clavens on Instagram, both with K's, and let me know. I
Yeah, I
really don't
mean,
know.
that's, I guess, a lot of RPGs. How do they do that? Or are they talking into it? Well, he's not talking into a headset, is he?
No, they're not wearing headsets. They lay down and they put the little doinky on, and then their eyes go white and they're in the game. And that doesn't seem fun to me. Video games, most of
Again,
the time,
that's
don't
not
seem
our
fun
thing.
anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
But I get, I mean, like, I watched gameplay of like Red Dead Redemption. Like, I get, like, why you could spend 20 hours in that world. You're just so fully immersed. And then you put a
Jer plays Red
headset
Dead
on.
Redemption. You can come over and watch him anytime.
No, I don't care to, but sorry, Jared, I love you, but I don't want to watch you play a game. I'd rather play like a word game with you. Rather play, oh wait, what, Rummy Cube. I'd rather play Rummy
Yeah.
Cube.
Yeah.
We played that. I don't remember, but yes, I get how you can get sucked in, especially, like, have you ever put a VR headset on and played something?
For about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't care for it.
I mean, the one game I loved, and I was like, oh, I could get addicted to this, it was a game, shoot, and everyone out there who knows it's going to be mad at me. Something Saber, and like Beat Saber. You have to.
Oh, Beat Saber. Yeah, I
Saber.
did do that.
I mean, even though that's not a traditional, like, it's not the way you would, like, this kind of VR game.
Right.
I was like, oh, I feel inside of this and I could play this for hours. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I just get like, whoa, it's too much. I'm overwhelmed. Get me out of here.
Right. Once you adjust to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't love either. Yeah.
And I don't feel like I ever have to. But I love watching Casey play on his VR goggles because he looks like a crazy person, you know, and it's just hilarious to me. But one thing I find upsetting about Space Fleet, the game he's created, it's not called Space Fleet, that's the show he loved. It's so tense and stressful. Why would anybody, and this is the nature of video games, of Grand Theft Auto and the big one, Fortnite, all of them. You go from your hard day to immersing yourself in a world where your life is in danger and there's threat all around and it's tense. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, I watch true crime constantly, and or I listen to podcasts, and it's not fun. And then my life is certainly stressful, and then I add that to it. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it would be like, why am I not watching just comedy all the time to make myself feel better? Like, some people would think true crime is the worst thing you could possibly do, worse than a video. You know what I mean? Like,
I'll
do
buy
too.
that.
Yeah.
I'll buy that.
Because sometimes I
win.
think we like to put ourselves in a position where it's worse than our lives. So, like, I'll listen to true crime and be like, well, at least that's not my life. Where they're playing this game, like, this is tense and crazy and life or death in the game, but at least that's not my real life.
Real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your life
I'll buy that.
I think we like anything where our life seems better after consuming it.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah.
Yeah. A word I'm familiar with from a musical.
I know that musical, Avenue Q.
You have passed my test.
Come on. We've gone this long without just talking about musicals. This is pretty good for us.
I respect it. I'm proud of us. I consulted in my research with a gamer. Because I noticed in this episode, they did something they ripped off from the movie Free Guy. I don't know if you've ever seen that with Ryan Reynolds. They show us the real gamers. And the way they portray these people is as losers in basements yelling at their moms and hyper aggressive and violent,
right?
And just like really a very stereotypical portrayal,
right?
And I called
Tommy.
Tommy.
They hadn't done that. Yeah.
I called Tommy and I said, "You're a gamer. Does that offend you?" And he would. he's not offended by it. He thinks that it's just
but that's also
this.
Tommy's not like easily offended, I don't feel. Although
Yeah.
I did offend him once because I told him that I figured out what his worst trait was.
Oh.
And he's like, "What?" And I was like, "Well, it's that you don't like most dessert foods."
Yes.
It's a terrible trait.
It's weird. But yeah, I was offended.
Yeah,
And
I
I'm
agree
not
with
a
that.
gamer.
Yeah.
But I think it was lazy, honestly. And
That's what I
and
was
I hate
that's
to be
exactly it.
critical. It's like,
Yeah.
well, what's the trope? Just throw that in there.
Yeah.
We don't have time to create rich characters
'Cause it's a smarter show than that.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You're better than that.
Yeah, that's
And
I fully agree.
the ship is now in her at the end of the episode, and it's adorable. And at last, Black Mirror and the Real Housewives of Atlanta have done a crossover episode, and I can rest easy knowing that the Real
Wait.
Housewives have permeated all.
Wait, I can't remember what happens. They show a thing, right?
They're watching on the spaceship. They're watching Real Housewives,
Right.
and then when they end up in her at the end, they force her to watch Real Housewives so they don't miss anything.
I already forgot that. Oh my
It's
God.
adorable and hilarious, and I was so excited because that's my worlds colliding right there.
See, you could make I've never seen a Real Housewives.
Oh,
Is that
they're
something
really
you should bring me over to the dark side?
quality. No, no. I did that to Mandy on the Man Cave.
Yeah.
I made her watch a reunion, and it doesn't feel good to have somebody you love and admire looking at you like, what is wrong
How
with
do
you
you
that you watch this stuff?
Okay.
Yeah.
I watched plenty of crap. Like
Yeah.
I can't pretend I don't. I just that happens to have not made my list somehow.
Are you doing that thing where you're pretending not to? Like I pretend not to
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
Susan's husband's name? Yeah. Okay.
No, I wish I was. I think I didn't latch on to reality TV till later, to be honest. And then I picked and chose like Dance Moms. Like I could talk all about Dance Moms.
I've never seen it.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. You get loud. You go. I want to recommend another episode, but I think I want to do my business first.
Okay,
and
do your business.
I'm going to do mine, and then you're going to do yours and tell everybody where they can find you. And then we're going to talk about generic Black Mirror, like other episodes. And because I feel like I have made you a nerd about Black Mirror.
Yeah. I'm excited to download more. Yep.
Oh, yay. Okay. Well, Make Me a Nerd is a production of True Story FM, engineering by the peerless Pete Wright. My theme song is Wonderstruck by Jane and the Boy. You can get me at Mandy_Kaplan_Clavens on Instagram and at Mandy Miscast on TikTok. I'm new to TikTok. It's exciting.
Oh.
By the time you all hear this, I probably won't be that new. If you're listening on Apple, please give it a 5-star review and write a review. Let me know what you think. And if you're feeling extra supportive, please go to makemeanerd.com/join. Hitting that button will get you your episodes ad-free and early. By the time this episode is released, I have switched to an ad format.
OMG.
But all of that will help me stay on this journey.
Join
Thank
it.
you in advance. Tara Sands,
Yeah. What's up?
you're everywhere. You've got a lot going on. How much of it do you want to tell the fine folks who are listening?
Just follow me anywhere pretty much at Tara Sands VO, like voiceover. And I'll then you'll find me.
And 4 Kids Flashback, that's 4 with a 4.
Yeah, 4kidsflashback.com is the podcast.
She has hundreds of audiobooks on audible.com. This is,
If you're not sick of my voice by now, here's how you could be.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a heavy hitter in the industry.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
That's how I need to be introduced from now on.
Yes.
An agent.
Did you end up watching other Black Mirror episodes?
No,
Not yet?
I wanted to, honestly, it felt like I didn't want to then confuse these. And I had to stop myself from watching. So how about that discipline?
I've heard the first one is very shocking and controversial, and the premise is out there.
Okay, well, I've seen the first 2 years ago, so I do know what they are. And they started coming back to me, and I was like, oh, no wonder I stopped watching. These are so disturbing and so real. Like, again, too real. Like, it just, I can't imagine watching like a couple episodes in a row. Like I need to like feel these and like digest
Yes,
them.
and maybe cry in the shower when you're done.
Yeah, which is a problem with not having a person to watch these with. Like I think if I had a person to watch these with, I would have watched them all already.
Well, I watched all these alone, and I loved talking about them after. That's
Well, you knew you were
basically
going to
why
talk
I got a
about
podcast.
There's a lot of things that I don't watch because I know I want to have a conversation right after. And this is one of those shows, which is, I think, a hallmark of a good show.
Yes, and I'm here for any of it. So
All right.
next time you're like, oh, that's one of those things I'm not sure I want to watch, let me know, and I'll watch it, and we'll discuss.
There
over
should be
salad
someone you can
somewhere.
hire to do that with, though. Like, I've often said, like, oh, I want to watch that new Star Wars thing. I need a tutor to, like, like
yes.
someone who can pause and be like, not be annoyed if I pause it.
Okay,
And
well,
I
that's
feel
not
like,
me.
like boyfriends don't like when you pause something and ask a question, I found.
Oh.
Yeah, it's shocking. I like to pause a lot and ask questions. So if I could hire a person to watch with that was not allowed to get mad.
I think that person's name is Siri.
Hey, Siri.
And you don't have to pay her.
Oh. Okay.
I had seen a couple of other episodes of Black Mirror. I
Meanwhile,
haven't seen
you
them
just
all.
made my Siri turn up because you said
Oh,
that.
I like that she hopped too.
Oh, no, I said it. I had my headphones on. She heard me say it. I did actually. Okay, sorry. That was stupid.
Simmer down.
Cut that. Just kidding.
Don't cut it, Pete. Season 3, episode 3 is called Shut Up and Dance. And after you watch that one, give me a call.
Okay.
That one stayed with me for a long time. I loved that episode.
Okay.
Thank you so much for finally coming on and letting me make you a nerd.
We figured
this
it out.
was a great idea, and it
you.
was your idea. Thank you.
Oh my God, I had so much fun. I love an assignment. Give me more.
All right. Until next time, everybody.